Hello folks, Laura here from FoodThyme&Garden. My peonies, look at these beautiful on June 1st. Oh, the ants are helping to open up the peony bulbs, folks. They are definitely friends of the garden. I decided to put a few squash seeds that were old in little containers outside just to see if they were viable or not. The weather has been so chilly, my comfrey is barely getting a start on June 1st, but it'll grow. My hostas, my variegated hostas, they are peeking out from the soil. Soon they'll be open and flowering, just like all the other plants, the perennial plants that I have in my garden. I have a feeling that this year is going to be, well, as you all know, so far a year to be remembered. But gardening-wise, we've gone from late snows to 100-degree temperatures, down to frost, down to possible hail and sleet. But my Solomon seal, it's in bloom. Look at this gorgeous plant. Comes back every year and it multiplies. All you have to do, folks, is get a Solomon seal, plant it once, and watch it multiply. And it is a beauty of a showcase this year. I am so pleased. My tree is coming back that I cut back, and I'm making a sort of topiary out of it, which I'll show you later. My asparagus, oh my asparagus, I have been munching on asparagus, enjoying every mouthful. But my hostas, they have to be some of my favorite non-edible things in the garden. And of course the wild flowers, the violets that grow all over my yard. I love them. And I love watching the hostas come out after a long winter's nap. And the other flowers, I can't remember what this one was called, but it comes back year after year for the last 19 years. This is a daylily. It also comes back, and it seems to be multiplying as well. My irises I planted in front of my permaculture bed number 1. They have definitely multiplied. And the strawberries inside of the permaculture bed, I'm letting them stay there. Yes, you can never have enough strawberries. Well, I can't, because the chipmunks and the squirrels eat them all. But this year I have a plan for my strawberries. My hostas with the little fence in front, and my hydrangea is coming into bloom finally. It seems like this year it's taking a while because the chill in the air just sort of stunted everything. But I'm taking apart one of my permaculture beds, and I moved my rhubarb so it can get a little bit more sunshine. Not enough light, not enough sun for where I had it before, towards the back of that area. So I moved it forward and hoping for the best, and I'm sure it'll do just fine in the permaculture bed number 2, which I am taking apart. But I am enjoying watching all of my plants come to life as we go through these uncertain times and lockdowns and all of that other stuff. That's all I'll say about that. 'Cause, I've just gone into my garden every day, and I try and make the best of every moment of every day. And now the cages. Yes, the cages. Unfortunately, I have to put cages around everything that I'm trying to grow, because if it's food or it's seeds, then the chipmunks and the squirrels will take it as we come out of spring from a long winter, and we really can't blame them. Ryan, I just love this comfrey plant. It is wonderful, and it does wonders in my compost bin. and making comfrey tea for my plants to feed them. Oh, how I love my plants. I was having issues on the other winters before my pup going into this area of the garden and dropping her little gifts for me, and I'd have to go in there and clean them up. There's the tree I'm turning into a topiary, and shortly after I filmed this, I did a little bit of edging and sculpting. But yes, I had to put the fence, just in last fall I put the fence in front of that area, and it worked wonders. It kept it clean, so she was limited to where where I had to clean up after the long winter. It always amazes me how quickly everything gets green and fills out and starts to bloom after winter time. Here's the front view of the part of my garden that I fenced off during the winter time. Now the squirrels. Oh, the squirrels. Oh, they have so much fun in my yard. And the chipmunks too. But the squirrels, oh goodness, they do have fun playing around and all their babies and climbing in the trees. I know I have to share my garden and everything in it with with nature's animals, but I'd like to keep a few things for myself. June 8th, yes, June 8th, I potted up my eggplant, one of them anyway. My green beans, my bush beans, my tomatoes, jalapeno peppers are all growing nicely, safely in their cages. My squash. And another view of my tomatoes and my jalapeno peppers. So far, so good. I've managed to keep the frost off. I dug up one of the strawberries and put it in jail. Yes, a jail. I put it in a cage because I never get any of these strawberries. They turn red, beautiful strawberries, and the critters eat them all. So I put that in a nice jail. Here I had some onion sets that I grew from seed, and I just planted them in there where I used to have the pak choi that we just harvested and ate. A few more rutabagas I need to put into a container very soon. A bigger container.